Hi, I'm Jason Hennessy from Everspark Interactive, and in this short video what I'd like to do is I'd like to share 10 of the 50 tips that will guarantee you more cases through the internet in 2014. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing, we've got number 1 and number 2, and that's all about increasing the way in which your website loads to Google. The last time you went to a website and you clicked on something, and imagine it taking 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds to load, that's a long time on the internet. People are going to click away and they're going to go to a different web page. So page speed is super important, and it's one of the most important variables that Google looks at. So there's a free tool that you can use. You just go to google.com, you're going to type in page speed tool, and it's going to show up, and you just put your URL in there and it'll actually pull up improvements that you can make in order to get your site loading quicker. Second thing is, again, this is about page speed too, is get a dedicated server. It's super important to have a fast response time, and the only way that you can actually control a fast response time is making sure that you're the only website that's on your server. So we've got a couple different examples of companies that you can use. Rackspace, Lunar Pages, InMotion Hosting are just a couple of them. Alright, number 3, what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you have accounts for Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and LinkedIn. But not only do you have to create these accounts, you have to link out to them from your web page, from your home page. Link out to those profiles. All right. Number 4, what I want you to do is I want you to start blogging more frequently. Don't just blog once a month. That's not going to do it for you. There's a reason why Google crawls CNN every 3 minutes, is because they're providing valuable content to the World Wide Web, and that's what you need to do too. You need to become the authority in your industry, and the only way that you can become the authority in your industry is by adding more content on a more regular basis. Alright, moving on to number 5, what I want you to do is, while you're blogging, I want to make sure that you're linking out some trustworthy web pages and websites. So if you've got a post that's talking about a local car accident that took place in your local town, link out to maybe a local news site that talks about that. If it's a national story, link out to that. If you've got a bio on your own website, link out to the colleges that you went to. Where did you get your JD from? Link out to that, right? Because this is all passing a positive relevance signal to Google. All right, number 6, I want you to go out and set up Google Webmaster tools as well as Google Analytics. Google Analytics is going to provide you with data that will help you improve just some of the decisions that you make with your website. It looks at bounce rates, it looks at your overall traffic, it looks at what are some of the more popular pages that people are landing on. So that's the Google Analytics. Google Webmaster Tools is also very important, because that's the only way that you can have a two-way conversation with Google. So if something's happening with your website where Google can't crawl it correctly, this is the only way that they can actually notify you, is by having a Google Webmaster Tools account. Plus there's some awesome tools back there that you can use to also improve the way in which your site will rank on Google. All right, moving on to number 7. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to start to promote that content on those social media accounts. Link out to some of your blog posts on your Facebook page. Link out to some of your, let's just say, some of your press releases on LinkedIn, right? I want you to start using those accounts on a regular basis, because it just makes your website appear more genuine. Right? You're a real business doing real things. All right, let's move over here to number 8. Stop pitching your audience and start educating them. It's not all about me, look what I did, hey, I won this award and I'm great and I got voted the best lawyer in Chicago. People don't care about that. They want to know, how much am I going to make? They want to know, am I going to have to go to jail? They want to know, should I do this? Should I do that? Right? So start educating, because once you start becoming an educator, people are going to trust you, and once they trust you, they're going to call you, and once they call you, they're going to come down to your office, and then you can charm them then. Number 9, okay, so these are a list of some of the legal sites that you should be on, okay? And we don't get paid by any of these particular websites. We don't work for any of these websites, but we know that these websites are very powerful in the eyes of Google, right? And these particular websites range in the page rank of 5 through 7. And then the last thing is these are some of the websites that are very trusted by Google. Again, this is just the start of a much bigger list that you will get if you subscribe and get the top 50 things that you can do that will guarantee you more cases in the internet in 2014. So that's what this list is right here. There's 40 more here, and depending on where you're watching this, if you're on our website right now, just fill out the information on the page, and we'll send you a downloadable link so that you can get the rest of these tips. Or if you're watching this from YouTube, there'll be an annotation on this video that will take you back to the proper page that you can put your information on. And again, we'll email you the information so you'll have the top 50 of these things that you can be doing right away to increase your rankings, increase your traffic, and best of all, increase the amount of phone calls and cases that you get through the internet in 2014. Again, I'm Jason Hennessy. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon.